What's up, guys? It's Rob here, and today we need to talk about Rumble stock because, as you can see on this chart, Rumble has been taking a big tumble, not just today, but over the past couple of days. We're going to talk about why, what's been going on, and what some Rumble spokespersons have been saying about this, as well as some positive things that have been going on for Rumble. So, first off, I'll apologize. My voice might not sound quite right. I am a little under the weather right now, but we're going to cover this because it's important. So, Rumble just got a short report released on it. Now, these short reports are relatively common. You see them in all kinds of stocks. And basically, it's when an organization releases a big document compiling a lot of their qualms with a certain company and explaining why they're shorting it. So you can see the Bear Cave is the organization that released this article titled Problems at Rumble, and then in parentheses, the ticker symbol RUM. And they essentially trashed it a little bit. You actually have to pay to see the entire post, but they give a brief overview of what they talk about in this first little blurb here. And they're basically trashing Rumble, right? They're saying that they're not making enough revenue and that they're not growing as fast as some people would like, despite showing big numbers. And overall, they're just kind of taking a bearish tone towards Rumble stock and making a lot of people scared. And there's not really a better time to do it than when a stock is already on the downturn, because people are already scared, right? If you look over the past 10 days or so, you can see Rumble has been on the downturn. This is a pretty darn sharp drop, though. And so a lot of people probably got scared out hearing about this short report. And regardless of whether or not they heard about the report, they were probably scared out when they saw big movements downwards that were caused by the report, right? Just getting some of the initial people to sell off probably caused more people to sell off. And Rumble's now gotten pretty cheap at this point. And Rumble spokespersons have actually come up and said some stuff about this, right? First of all, Benzinga, when they covered this, Rumble was only down 7%. Now it's down about 17%. So it's continued to fall throughout the day ever since this report came out, causing a Rumble spokesperson to actually reach out to Benzinga and provide some information, right? He says, "We dispute the premise of the article, whose author did not contact us or perform the most basic research before publishing." And some of what they were saying was that Rumble isn't focused on having big revenues right now, right? They're focused on growth. So that's something that they've been saying. They're not worried about the fact that their stock price is trading high compared to what their revenue is, because they're trying to grow the platform, not get huge revenues from it at the moment, right? They're more focused on growth, which makes sense. They're certainly rapidly growing from what we've seen in the past. And if they can continue to do that, then they can eventually start getting those big revenues once it makes sense to start transitioning over to that. That's not to say they haven't been trying to get some revenues, as we're going to talk about in a little bit. But first off, you can see their market cap has been decimated. Now it's below $2 billion market cap for Rumble. So pretty low, considering the fact that it was near 4 just a couple weeks ago. So getting cut about in half from when we last covered it. Pretty significant. But Rumble has just released a couple of key things. We'll start off with this. It's not the most interesting one, but they released app notifications for iOS and Android. So maybe that'll get more people coming onto the app more frequently. They released a beta version of pre-roll video ads. Okay, so this is very cool. This is going to let them actually get more revenue from the videos that are playing. So you'll actually be able to see some pre-roll video ads playing on Rumble now. So that's cool. Advertisers are going to be able to more effectively use the platform to advertise, and people are going to obviously probably see more ads, but it's going to end up luring in more revenue for Rumble. So that's a good thing, I think, if you're a stockholder at least. And then they also announced the timing of their third quarter earnings release. So this is going to be the first earnings release that they do as a publicly traded company, and it's scheduled for November 14th, 2022. So exciting stuff. We'll want to look out for that pretty closely and take note of some of the economic statements that they make around that time, some of the financial statements they make, because those will be the first real public company releases that we're getting from them that are of huge significance, right? Their first earnings call, it's going to be a big deal. My hope is that it will help to bring the stock up. Obviously, that's in a while. I think the stock will probably move up a bit before then, but it's a tough market out there right now. A lot of stocks are moving down. The overall market has just been on a downturn. So you can see we're not that far off from the yearly 52-week lows in the overall market, and it's understandable that Rumble was able to be beaten away with this short report today because of how detrimental this whole market condition that we're in has been to pretty much every stock out there, right? Every stock has been suffering. Rumble's no exception. So it looks like there aren't many safe havens left in the market, but that only means that right now is a cheap time to be buying over the long term, right? If you're a long-term investor, I think a lot of stocks will come back. I think we'll end up seeing big swings up over the next couple of years. I think that people buying during these times that are very scary because you can see big price movements to the downside, but I think those people will end up being rewarded over the long run. That's just my opinion, not financial advice. If you guys appreciate it, feel free to subscribe to the channel. And other than that, guys, have a great rest of your day. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.